going around. My name's Mike, and I'm going to be making a broadhead target out of this stuff here. This is 2-inch Foamular. Got it from Home Depot. They make a 1-inch thickness and a 1/2-inch thickness as well. And at my Home Depot, the 1/2-inch was $15, the 1-inch was $20, and this was $37. And they actually did not have the 1-inch. It's what I set in there to get, just to try it out. I've seen some other folks that have done it, and that's where I got the idea from. And pretty much you take this and divide it into 2 by 2. So this is 4 feet wide, 8 feet long. So you can do 8 2 by 2 squares. So somewhere in this range, you're going to measure it out and cut it. And you stack those together, layers of glue in between. Wrap it with saran wrap, and then use some bungees to keep it real nice and tight, and let it sit, and it should be good to go for quite a while. And so things that you'll need for the project: I got a jab knife for like drywall. I think that might help. Just a regular knife. I wasn't exactly sure if this is going to do the job cleanly. If not, I've seen some folks take a saw, like a hacksaw, and heat it up with a torch, and it cuts through real cleanly. So I might do that, but I was going to just try my hand at this at first. Got a pencil to mark my marks, got a measuring tool, got some plastic wrap, some glue to go between the layers, bungee cords to keep it all together, and then a framing square is another thing. And that's about it. I've also seen some folks that will take metal, like threaded rods, and thread them together, maybe with pieces of wood on the end, or take pieces of wood, put them on the end, and then bungee cord or ratchet strap them. But I didn't want any wood or anything that could, if an arrow or broadhead hit, just going to increase, the chance of damaging. So I wanted to keep it, and we'll see. I may come back to it. I'm just going to try it out like this. But seems like with the glue, once it sits, it'll probably hold together pretty well. So we'll see. First things first, we're just going to measure out 2 foot by 2 foot squares. This is an old measuring tool that my granddad gave me. Probably could use something better, but this is the quickest thing I've. 24, 48, 10. So now we connect that to that, but that's only 2 foot, so we're going to go in the center as well. Pretty cool little measuring tool. more marks. I have to cut 3. And I believe there's 24 inch there. So this score mark that's already here is center. There's already been scored. It's been scored here as well, but we're going to put these together, so it'll be fine. Let's use this. I don't think that I'm going to be able to use the hot. I think I'm going to need it. I really don't think I'm going to need it. I'm getting through this pretty easily. Plus, I don't really know. I just think I'm going to do it this way. Really shouldn't be cutting into my legs like this. I'm trying to be very careful because this is the forbidden triangle. You should never cut into this. You should be cutting out old Boy Scout stuff. But when against that, just be aware if you're doing that, where that knife blade is going. Really, if I'm going to be doing, I should be doing out to my side like this. Hoping, which I probably won't do it, but I was hoping that I could just, once I get everything scored, I'll be able to turn it over and break it apart, but I'll probably come back for a second pass. I don't know, we'll see. So, 2 inches thick. Pretty easy to get through though. Yeah, I'll probably come back through for a second pass. That's a $50 board, close to $50 board. I don't want to mess it up. Try that jab tool. Additionally, a clamp instead of your hand to hold this in place. That's not bad. There we go. Nice. It's kind of messy, but okay. Got them all cut. I'm gonna test this out. The scoring. Yeah, I'm probably just going to cut through that. But another thing to keep in mind is this is, what it even says here, keeps moisture out with XPS non-wicking technology. So it's closed cell foam. So it's technically, you could leave this out in the rain. It's not going to mess up. I think the killer of this is going to be, you know, it falling apart. So shooting it over and over and over again. But when that happens, we can just come back with great stuff, foam, and fill it in, and ideally keep this thing going for a long time. Let's just see if I can hit it with this. Worked out decently. So this is going to be 16 inches thick. 8 pieces, 2 inches thick each. 18 inches thick. For what I've seen, most modern compound bows only go about halfway through this stuff. So, I mean, that's 4 sides. You can flip it around. And I figured for, you know, one of the targets, that even one of those cheap block targets is 50 bucks. So, you know, if this works, then I'll just stay on the lookout for this. I've heard garage doors have some kind of foam in them you can use. Not really researched that too much. I'm gonna have to keep this for the front. Mr. Pink Panther. I mean, that's a custom deal there. Pink target. That's chick friendly. Probably get away with making 2 targets. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and just stack them up. That way we know, unless we miss, they're not going anywhere. Those arrows are not going anywhere. We got a 125 grain broadheads. They're still expandables, the Rages, Chinese Rages, but they are a little heavier. Got some 125 grain field points that we'll be experimenting with as well. I think I'm going to put, want to go ahead and kind of plan this out. Which ones I want on the front and back. So there's front and back. Alright, so these aren't that important. What I'm going to do is start putting my pieces together here on level ground. Getting it to where I can just lay them over on top of one another. Just going to be using this Gorilla Glue. Should work fine, I hope. And I'm not going to put a ton, just enough. This stuff does expand. And really either way should work as far as stacking these together, because it's 2 by 2 squared. And actually what I may do, so I don't have to worry about putting saran wrap on it yet, I may just stack something heavy on this. I think that'll probably be the best. Let gravity do the work for me. Okay. Hopefully it's not too heavy.
Nah,
Huh?
that's fine.
There we go. We'll let that sit and probably do so overnight. And then we'll talk to you tomorrow. I just took the stump off of this, and I don't know if I showed yesterday, I put a handle in here, and this is holding together as is. And I'm going to wrap this up with saran wrap. Hold that right there. Just for an extra precaution, try to keep it together as long as possible. Backside too. It. So I've got some 125 grain rages. I've been shooting 100 grains. Dead end. Oh, that's hit 30. That was weird. Those are hitting high, this is hitting low. I was aiming here. So, alright, well, and I'm not sure exactly how far I want to haul. The retrieval's going to work on that. Yeah, it's okay. I've heard this stuff sticks to it. Not sticking to the arrow at all. It's fine. Did good. Little homemade target. Cool.